Akademiks can't ride no wave.
All right, bet. We're gonna read through them real quick. I think we've done this before last week. By now, I feel like we could draft up a lawsuit our goddamn self. You know, we start off with defendants versus. And by the way, here's the thing: they've learned from that dude Tyrone Blackburn. They're not suing Universal, so they're only stopping at Diddy and Diddy's companies. Why? Universal is letting every lawyer know, and they did this specifically through Tyrone Blackburn. They said, yo, if y'all lawyers sue Diddy and y'all bring this to the Universal level, we're going to spank you in court like a little petulant child. So now they're not suing nobody besides, and just look at this. Sean Combs, Daddy's House Recording, did he own that? CE Opco, that's Combs Global, Combs Enterprise, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Productions, Bad Boy Books, blah, blah, Bad Boy Records, Bad Boy, it's just all Bad Boy shit. Now, here's why I'm telling you that these people filing these lawsuits know who to fuck with. So now we find out if you're suing Diddy, you can't sue Lucian Grange, you can't throw him in there as the potential financier, or you can't throw Universal Music Group as a potential financier. Even though when Diddy had deals with major labels, it was through Universal, and Lucian Grange was the head of that. So you can't throw them in there because their lawyers are saying, we're going to spank you little niggas. Don't fuck with us like Diddy. This another level. I'm going to tell you who else you can't throw in there. Because this lawsuit here mentions that the assault happened at a Ciroc vodka party. Who owns Ciroc, chat? Diageo. Don't people think Diddy's getting his ass whipped right now because of Diageo? How are you going to sue every company? Yo, you sued the studio the nigga owns. How are you going to sue every company Diddy owns and claim that the assault went down at a Ciroc party, but not sue the company that makes Ciroc, which is Diageo? You know why? They know who to fuck with. You're not fucking with the billion-dollar companies, UMG and Diageo. Diddy, he's cooked, so you can fuck with him. So here's the intro. They seek compensatory and punitive damages for sexual assault. The assault took place, as I said, Ciroc party. It makes sense for you to sue Ciroc, which Ciroc is Diageo. But again, they know who to fuck with. They're not fucking with Diageo. Get what I'm saying? Cool. So no part of the lawsuit, and they learned from that Tyrone Blackburn shit. They're not going to be like, oh, this was funded by Diageo. This was funded that owns Ciroc. They probably gave the budget for the party. So because they gave the budget for the party and the assault happened at the party, y'all, fuck no. You don't want to see Diageo in court. They're going to fuck you up, okay? All right, anyway. So this is the whole thing. We're just going to get to factual allegations. It's kind of crazy. We just know how these lawsuits look at this point. Jurisdiction, here we go. Factual allegations. In around 2022, during a promotional party for the launch of Combs' Ciroc vodka drink, Combs sexually assaulted a plaintiff, a businessman from the LA area, and an owner of the family business specializing in renting luxury car and jewelry. All right, let's just put this in perspective already. So they trying to tell me Diddy held a Ciroc vodka party, and Diddy fucked a grown-ass man from the LA area that owned businesses and rented luxury car and who's a jeweler. Really, nigga? Okay, might be true. Let's just keep going. Over the previous years, plaintiff had established a business relationship with Combs, who was a customer of his rental business. So Combs used to get either cars or jewelry from him, often rented vehicles and jewelry for himself in his entourage. Combs personally invited the plaintiff to the Ciroc party, accepted based on his relationship with Combs. Combs told him that many high-profile guests were going to be there in the music business and would attend the party. Plaintiff saw a party as an opportunity to further promote his business himself. Once at the party, plaintiff knows high-profile guests. He took photograph below to show Combs on a couch discussing Ciroc with other high-profile individuals. Multiple bottles of Combs Ciroc vodka could be seen on the table. So... And by the way, I ain't gonna lie to you, these lawyers are so fucking clever. You see, all of these people here, and this looked like it probably was a video. It looked like a still from a video because it doesn't look like it. No one's posing. They blurred out people's faces. I guarantee you, chat, this is how nasty this civil litigation game is. I guarantee this guy is famous. This guy's famous and this guy's famous. Everybody with a circle over their head is famous. Now you know what they're going to do? Remember, Diddy finna go broke. They're going to go with those dudes and say, yo, we need $500,000, man. Or else we're going to do an amended complaint, which means you file your complaint again with some changes. And we're going to unblur the pictures. We're going to name you. So now you're going to be involved in this sexual assault story. Unless you give us $1 million. If you give us $500,000, we'll keep your face blurred. We won't mention it. The shakedown is some real shit, chat. You know what I'm saying? So trust and believe. By the way, we found out they did it to Jodeci, one of the Jodeci members. The Jodeci member wasn't mentioned in the first lawsuit. In the Second Amendment lawsuit, he was mentioned. What do you think happened in between? You think they just magically remembered that it was the guy from Jodeci? Or they said, give us the fucking money. And the guy said no. And said, I bet your name is in the lawsuit now. Good luck. During the event, Combs instructed the plaintiff to join him in the private office. Plaintiff went in the private office when they were alone. They assumed that Combs wanted to have a discussion about business. However, plaintiff immediately realized Combs was intoxicated and acted strangely. Combs began awkwardly moving to the plaintiff. As he did so, Combs removed his pants and exposed his genitals to the plaintiff. Combs continued to move closer, and then grabbed the plaintiff's genitals through his pants, squeezing them in a rough and sexual manner. Plaintiff, shocked and disoriented, frozen in a moment, did not know what to respond to the weird, inappropriate sexual advance made by Combs. The situation escalated until another individual, professional athlete. See? Look, they could have said individual A, chat. Chat, I'm telling you, bro. These lawyers are slick. They could have just said individual A. Remember, they're identifying, you can put any misnomer. Individual A. You know what they said? Professional athlete A. You know when whoever the professional athlete sees himself referred to as professional athlete A with a circle around his face, he gonna get up off that $500,000. That's what's the fuck gonna happen unless he want to be up in this shit. You get what I'm saying? Chat, this is a good little shakedown. I ain't even gonna lie. Now again, we not because we saying this is a shakedown mean Diddy not guilty. We just saying we see the plays. We see the plays. So professional athlete A, like who's ever described someone as that? Okay. Entered the office and intervened, which ended the Combs assault of plaintiff. At this moment, plaintiff escaped from Combs and left the office. After escaping, plaintiff left the party to return home. To help plaintiff document his encounter, he took a photograph of the Ciroc vodka Combs gave him at the party. That Combs ultimately sexually assaulted plaintiff. Plaintiff, it is shown before. So he took a picture of the Ciroc to prove that Diddy sexually assaulted him? Okay. As a result of this incident, plaintiff has suffered significant emotional distress and trauma. He continues to deal with the psychological and emotional consequences of the event that happened in Combs' private office. So the sexual assault cause to action is basically saying Diddy grabbed his dick and showed him his dick. Okay. So that's one, right? So that's the first lawsuit. Okay. Do y'all believe that one or what do y'all feel about that one? Y'all tell me. Okay. All right. Another one. Plaintiff was drugged and repeatedly essayed by defendant Combs and several others, including the unnamed celebrity. Chat, you're going to keep seeing this. Chat, I have a sneaky suspicion. They know Diddy's not paying out nothing. He's paying his every last red cent to try to get out of a goddamn federal indictment that's going to have a superseding indictment. He's trying to put every money he got in his name for bail. He is not going to pay a single motherfucker a dime. He is going to file bankruptcy before that. He's not paying none of these people. So you know what the new game is? Include other people in the fuckery that they pay. Somebody got to pay. These lawyers ain't working for free. Well, right now they're working for free or pro bono. Well, not pro bono, but whatever the term is where, yo, we only get paid when you get paid type shit. So several others, including the unnamed celebrity. Here's the thing. You know this is a shakedown or whoever the celebrity A is. If it's several others, why are you pointing out celebrity A? Unless you've hit up celebrity A saying, we're going to name you in a lawsuit. Come on, bro. Like, this is like fucking rudimentary, bro. You can understand it. The assaults occurred at a 2022 awards show after party hosted by Diddy in LA. The conduct described herein is shockingly typical of how defendant Combs conducts himself for many years. Many individuals and entities facilitated, participated, and blah, blah. All right, cool. All right, let's go to factual allegations again. And let's see what they're alleging. Plaintiff, a dedicated personal trainer. Now it's a personal trainer. By the way, it looks like there's a bunch of niggas claiming this shit. Is this a guy? It sounds like it's a guy, right? Plaintiff, a dedicated personal trainer who worked with celebrities and notable individuals concerning their health and fitness. In and around blah, blah, fashion designer who plaintiff trained told him, so it is a male. Yo, if you're a trainer and you're getting fucked by a nigga you should be training, you got all these fucking muscles as a trainer and you get fucked or fondled by Diddy. Okay, it could be true. Let's just keep it going. Fuck it. You know why YouTubers love this shit? This is, no matter if it's true or not, it's content, right? Like, nobody gives a fuck. It's just content, right? Like, these just sounds like good stories, you know what I mean? But whatever, okay. In around 2022, the fashion designer who the plaintiff trained him, told him she shared videos. What? A fashion designer who plaintiff trained, told him she shared videos showcasing plaintiff's distinctive workouts and exercises with Diddy. The fashion designer told plaintiff that Combs was impressed with the plaintiff training regime, wanted to meet plaintiff and feature him in the video. Okay, so it is a male. I thought it was a woman for a second. The plaintiff designer eventually extended an invitation to plaintiff to meet him and extend an exclusive awards party in LA hosted by Combs. The invitation stated a private car would pick up the plaintiff from the residence and escort him to the party. As promised, on June 27, 2022, a black Lincoln Navigator arrived to escort the plaintiff to Combs' residence in Hollywood Hills. When the plaintiff arrived to the party, one of Combs' business associates greeted him at the entrance. This person explained to the plaintiff needed to execute a non-disclosure agreement as a condition to entry to the party. The plaintiff ultimately consented to the agreement because he wanted to meet Combs and have an opportunity to promote himself in his business. Combs' associate did not provide the plaintiff with a copy of the executed non-disclosure. After signing the agreement, they handed the plaintiff a drink, which looked typically like tequila, soda with a cranberry juice mixer. Combs' associate instructed the plaintiff to drink the beverage and as another condition to gain entry to the party. So he had to drink to get into the party. That's odd. Plaintiff obliged, took several sips of the drink. Once inside the residence, a modeling current client of the plaintiff greeted him. The plaintiff felt more comfortable and at ease, seeing a familiar face. The plaintiff observed numerous celebrities in attendance at the party, adding to the glamorous yet overwhelming atmosphere. Eventually, a business associate of Combs guided the plaintiff from a large room, illuminated with red lights, to a smaller room. There, the plaintiff observed approximately a dozen individuals, including several well-known figures who were engaging in group sex activities. Once inside the small room, plaintiff began to feel disoriented, dizzy, weak, far beyond what he expected from consuming a single beverage. It became clear that something was wrong. He later realized someone had drugged him. A photograph of an actual exemplary container used by Combs and blah blah to insert GHB into his drink. Wait, what the fuck? So you take a drink to get into a party, then later you have a picture of the thing that is used to put GHB in your drink? How did the chicken come before the egg? Okay, whatever. Cool. At this moment, realizing his significant impairment, Combs approached the plaintiff, removed the pants, and began performing non-consensual oral sex on him. So Diddy comes over, pulls down the trainer's pants, starts sucking them off, giving him the gawk 3 million. Combs directed the plaintiff to perform oral sex on another individual in the room, known as Celebrity A. Due to the haze of the drug that had been clandestinely served, plaintiff could not resist Combs' coercion by ordering. Now, here's the thing. Remember I said about the whole Celebrity A thing? I think this is a shakedown of them too. Or really them more than Diddy, because Diddy ain't paying shit. Diddy gonna say he broke. Trust. This has to be somewhat true, right? Because if you're a Celebrity A and you never got your dick sucked by a man, you would be like, suck a dick now, bitch. I'm not paying you motherfucking nothing. And you would just come out and say it, right? Like, yo, I don't know why this nigga's trying to like shake me down. I never sucked a dick or got my dick sucked by a man. So something has to be somewhat true here, right? Like Celebrity A probably has to be a closeted gay guy, right? Now, whether Celebrity A believes that this was consensual and the dude wasn't drugged, that's up to whatever, the courts are going to decide or whatever he thinks happened. But the only way this shakedown, if this is going to be a shakedown, could be true, is that Celebrity A must have gotten his dick sucked by a man or sucked a man's dick, right? Which, again, isn't illegal. However, why would Celebrity A pay for his name not to be included in a lawsuit if he's not gay and he never got his dick sucked by a dude, right? Think about that. All right, anyway. Due to the haze of the drug that he clandestinely served, plaintiff could not resist Combs' coercion and order, and he felt trapped inside of his own body. Oh, this is some shit from Get Out. Okay, all right, brother. Unable to control it or understand what was happening around him, and as a result, plaintiff was forced to perform a non-consensual act on Celebrity A, so he sucked off the other guy. After Celebrity A finished, damn, nutted in that nigga mouth. Pause! This individual spit into the plaintiff's mouth. God damn it. All right, this guy's gay. Bro, ain't no drug in the world. With all due respect, let me just call a spade, bro. Like, listen, I'm not saying people can't be drugged or something like that. But if you a grown-ass man that get drugged, that you suck a whole cock, a nigga nut in your mouth, and then you open your mouth and a nigga spit in your mouth, you gay. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all can be like, you don't care about it. Y'all can say that all you want, man. I wouldn't say this about a woman, but I'll say it about a man, bro. Stop it, bro. You sucked a whole nigga dick, bro. Swallow his nut and let the nigga spit in your mouth afterwards? And you saying, nigga, ain't no drug in the world that powerful, nigga? What the fuck? Anyway, at this point, the drugs in the plaintiff's system were progressively hampering his motor skills. So he had no memory, but he knew how to suck the dick to make the nigga come. And then he knew how to open his mouth to get spit into his mouth, and he swallowed it. Wow. The drugs caused him to lose consciousness for brief periods of time. While in and out of consciousness, individuals at a party forced the plaintiff into sexual acts with both men and women. What type of freaky fuck shit is this? After this nigga sucked dick, they haven't fucked a woman? What? Plaintiff's physical disposition made it impossible for him to reject their advances, otherwise control his body. These individuals, including Combs, essentially passed the plaintiff's drugged body around like a party favor for their sexual enjoyment. Said they were passing this nigga around like a Uno card, bro. This shit crazy. So the drugs in the plaintiff's system ultimately caused him to completely lose consciousness for an extended period of time, and he does not recall anything after that point. When the plaintiff finally regained consciousness, he found himself outside the apartment, disoriented, without his shirt and without his phone. He's unaware who took him back to his apartment or how he got there. As a direct result of the traumatic events at the Combs party, he suffered severe emotional, psychological, financial harm, and significant loss of livelihood. By the way, remember the last 6 lawsuits we went into? One of them detailed calling the cops. Here, it doesn't include that in the factual allegations because it looked like there was no cops called. But also, you could probably make the point that if it was a guy who, let's just go with the narrative saying that a man was sexually assaulted by Diddy and a bunch of other people, maybe it would be embarrassing for a guy to call the cops saying that you were forced to suck a cock, right? Like, imagine telling a cop that, like, yo, cops, I was forced to suck a dick. They'd probably be like, really, nigga? Anyway, so maybe that's why the police aren't involved. All right, so that's 2. Which one's this? This is 3. Cool. This person, they're saying that the plaintiff was drugged and R-worded at Combs' house party in Manhattan hosted by Combs. Those in attendance included Combs and other celebrities. The conduct described here is shocking, but typical of how Combs conducted himself for many years. Let's go to factual allegations once again. By the way, they use the same picture of supposedly what they're claiming. Is this a syringe or something like that? They're saying they use this to like put GHB into drinks, which I'm surprised they're using the same photo for 2 different people. But okay. So factual allegations. In and around December 2022, a 29-year-old independent music artist who wrote, sang, rapped, and produced music was invited to a New York City party hosted by Combs. He invited, the plaintiff was invited with several of her friends. So this is a female. Finally, we got a female. So 2 dudes so far, 1 female. I think in the first 6 lawsuits, it was 4 dudes and 2 girls. So far, we're through 3, or we're about to be through 3. We have 2 dudes, 1 girl, which, do the math, we have 6 dudes and 3 females, right? Cool. This is a female, by the way. All right, so the plaintiff was invited with several of her friends, also independent musicians. Upon arrival, Plaintiff observed a large, white, elegant residence which stood apart from the other homes in the area. House was adorned with lavish decor, featuring a grand entryway, spacious room, and a large glass table. Once inside, servers offered, let me see. Servers offered platters of food and drinks, creating a luxurious and upscale environment and atmosphere. The plaintiff quickly recognized various celebrities from the music industry and television, including Combs himself. As the plaintiff mingled with other guests, she noticed the widespread use of drugs. Now, this is also common, including cocaine, pills, and marijuana. Okay, this sounds normal. This is every celebrity party you're going to see just mad drugs. So I agree. Those employed and working in the conspiracy with Combs pressured all the guests to consume the drugs that were being provided and served by the house staff. Plaintiff declined repeated offers. So she says, no, motherfucker. That evening, the plaintiff drank a single glass of wine, consuming no other substances. At some point during the event, the plaintiff was approached by and engaged in a conversation with Combs about her music career. Combs expressed interest in her work, stating that his desire to help her elevate her career by featuring her on the track. Combs advanced the interaction by inviting the plaintiff to his office. Damn, how Diddy always got an office? Anywhere, like he meets these motherfuckers like, yo, you want to step into my office? Like, Diddy always got an office. Suggesting they discuss the advancement of her music career in private. After arriving in her office, plaintiffs begin to feel disoriented. It's kind of like, the next thing I want to hear, or like, the next thing would make sense, when you walk in Diddy's office, his temperature control, there's like gas coming out the vents. Diddy has like something in his nose to protect him from those gases. Because as soon as they get in Diddy's office, they're like, oh, I don't feel too good. All right, where's the dick that I gotta suck? Okay, it appears that that's what they're kind of describing, right? Okay, so they get in the office. The plaintiff started feeling disoriented, as if she was slipping in and out of consciousness. It became clear at the time she had been drugged by Combs. A photograph of an actual exemplary container used by Combs and or his agents or employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below. Due to the effects of the drug drink, Combs R-worded her and sexually assaulted the plaintiff. She could not stop him from doing so, as if she was trapped in her own body, not participating, but also not able to resist. Next thing the plaintiff remembers is clearly waking up around 6 a.m., confused and disoriented in the same office where it took place. After checking herself, plaintiff discovered blood on her legs from her vaginal area and bruising on her lips. She also found deep imprints on her arms and wrists, suggesting she had been tied with ropes. Additionally, she felt significant pain and soreness in her vaginal region. Overwhelmed with fear and panic, she frantically searched for her belongings, including her phone and clothes, but could not find them. Instead, she discovered a pair of pants, a shirt, and slides, which she quickly put on trying to escape. Plaintiff eventually left the residence. As a result of this, she suffered great significant emotional distress and trauma. She continually deals with them to this day. Again, we don't see that this person went to the police. They would put that into the, we could search it. Police. No mention of police. Okay. Again, not everybody goes to the cops. Me, I'm a cop caller, so it's like every time I see crime, I'm like, police! Some of these people might just, they don't do that. All right, whatever. All right, this is another woman. So we're having 2 men, 2 women on this one. This is the 4th one, okay? And, there's 5, so we have one more after this. So this one is, wow. Defendant drugged and R-worded a 13-year-old girl at a house party. 13? Huh? Many others were present but did nothing to stop it. Some participated in it. Combs had been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner without consequences. He believes he's above the law, but he is not. Somebody said the Diddy chamber? Crazy. Okay, let's get to factual allegations once again. This was in 2000. How old was Diddy in 2000? How old was Diddy in 2000? He was 31, and this person allegedly was 13. So in around September 7, 2000, plaintiff was 13 years old and had a friend drop her off at Radio City Music Hall in New York City so she could attend the Video Music Award, VMAs. Okay, so she went to the VMAs. Okay, let's confirm that. VMAs. By the way, this is clearly, if you're not trying to get Rule 11, you got to do at least basic research, right? So VMAs got to be VMAs 2011. Where was it? It has to be Radio City, right? Wait. It says Nokia Theater. Huh? 2011? No, 2000. Oh, 2000, my bad. Sorry, Jeff. VMAs 2000. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, it was on September 7th, 2000. So they did some fact checking. So her date is correct, or she probably said VMAs in New York. They Googled it. Okay, so it was that date. They put it in there. Good. All right, plaintiff arrived at the venue and saw a large crowd gathering as artists and entertainers began to arrive. By the way, let's just do this just to fact check. You got to do a little bit of fact checking here. Because this is the VMAs, let's do VMAs 2000 Diddy arrival. Let's see if we can find anything of Diddy showing up. This would be a 31-year-old Diddy showing up at a 2000s. We probably can't find anything of the sort. VMAs, Ooh, here we go. Jennifer Lopez at the 2000. No, that's a Grammys. Let's just look up VMAs 2000. MTV VMAs 2000. Let's see if we can find any old. Okay, this was the one where Slim Shady did The Way I Am. Oh yeah, this was at Radio City Music Hall.
But I didn't want to be here. Then they told me that I could introduce, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Yeah, this is Radio City Music Hall. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. So yeah, I remember him doing. He did the real Slim Shady. Okay. Yep, this is Radio City Music Hall.
I have nothing to do with the music business.
Stand up.
Okay, did Diddy get on stage ever? Who's this? Oh, this is Chris Rock. Fuck is this? It's like boy band type shit. It's like rock and metal.
I love you.
Yeah, we're trying to skip through this to see if we see Diddy pop up on stage at all. See Dr. Dre's at Aaliyah right there. Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake was still in that boy band, wasn't he? Okay, we got another one we could look at. Yep, Radio City Music Hall. You can see it right there. By the way, when we worked at Complex, me and Joe, the Complex building is directly across the street from this building. I'm not doxing them or anything because they moved from those offices. So the old offices of Complex was directly across the street from that, and which was ironic because I remember we met Don Tolliver. Like Don Tolliver was like waiting outside before we got in the fucking thing, and I remember me I'm like I don't know who these are. I just went in. Joe used to be downstairs like with the little food truck people, so I think that's where Don Tolliver. But anyway, it's across the street from this. Now the building Complex didn't get kicked out, but they left, and now the whole building is MLB. So the MLB headquarters is now took over the office space of where Complex was, and they own 14 floors. So the MLB, so Major League Baseball, is like across from that. Anyway. All right. Let me see. I just want to see if Diddy was ever seen. That's Carson Daly, right? Oh, Wayne's Brothers. I'm not going to play because we'll only get copywritten. Oh, is that? Uh-oh. Destiny Child? Look at him. Look at him. By the way, this is supposedly the year that Jay-Z met her, right? Okay. Damn, this was when the award shows was long as shit. Okay, yeah. Who's this? Let's see somebody right there. Who's this? Is this Lil Kim? That's Lil Kim, ain't it? Okay. Okay, we got Eminem here. Marlon Wayans and shit. I'm trying to see if I see Diddy. Busta. Okay, this is where they're ending. Do they have like a bunch of them? Okay. My bad. I'm just trying to, 2000s. Oh, they don't have like. Okay, all right. Yeah, I believe Diddy was there. We can't find it though. I can't find it. All right. All good. Bet. So yeah, the plaintiff was 13-year-olds. But by the way, just to be clear, and if anyone remembers VMAs from back then, like little kids, they used to put the little kids in a little pit. Like they'd be like, I don't know how they used to give out tickets, but there were little kids there, and it wasn't weird. It was little kids that were supporting their, MTV was kind of for kids, right? So it wasn't weird that kids were showing up to the awards show. I don't even like these days. Do kids show up to awards shows, or is it be like just paid actors and shit like that? These days it'd be having seat fillers, because you can't have it on camera when the fucking crowd is empty, right? And people do leave mid show. Anyway, all right. All right, so there's a large crowd arriving. As the event began, the crowd moved inside, but the plaintiff without a ticket remained outside. Determined to get into an after party, she approached several limo drivers trying to talk her way into the VMAs. One of the limo drivers she spoke to claimed she worked for defendant Combs. He told her that Combs liked young girls. What? The fuck? Imagine a limo driver be like, hey, how do I get to the after party? I love blah, 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 blah. I want to see Justin Timberlake. And they just say, well, Puffy likes young girls. Like, what the hell? And she said, and she fit was what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but invited her to the after party. The driver instructed the plaintiff to return around 9 or 10:30, promising to take her to the party. Later that evening, the plaintiff excitedly returned to the driver, who drove her alone in a black limousine with a black interior. Approximately 20 minutes later, the plaintiff arrived at a large white house with a gated U-shaped driveway. By the way, we've heard about this white house that is supposedly in New York. Does anybody have like a picture of Diddy's house in New York? Diddy New York house 2000. Is there a large white house? I don't know. Anyway, once inside, two men asked the plaintiff to sign an NDA. Now, this is a little bit odd. As a 13-year-old, I don't know if you would know what you signed was an NDA. Like 13, like how does a 13-year-old know this? Anyway, cool. Informing her that she could not discuss what happened at the party. She then gave her name. By the way, it's a 13-year-old. This seems so wrong. Like, why the fuck? The people having her sign an NDA, why do you have a 13-year-old there? And the limo driver, why the fuck did you drive a 13-year-old there? You're weird. So we're realizing weird-ass people if this is true, right? She signed the form, didn't receive a copy. Inside the house, the plaintiff recognized many celebrities in what appeared to be the living room. Wait staff carried trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the house. Plaintiff observed widespread drug use, marijuana, cocaine. She accepted a drink. We kind of heard this from the last story. Accepted a drink, a reddish-yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry, and something bitter, okay? What drink would that be, Chad? Obviously without the drugs, because we know that she's going to claim she got drugged. After drinking one drink, by the way, one drink is a magic number. God damn, Diddy's good. Pause. Actually, not good. He's evil. If it takes one drink, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe that's why they never invited me to a Diddy party. I told you about a story about a bitch trying to drug me. Nigga, I was on my third drink just chilling, throwing him back. Bitch was probably like, this nigga's a cyborg. Does his liver work? How is he not getting knocked out? I was like, yo, you want another shot? Like, what's up? Like, are we drinking or what? Like, my stupid ass not realizing this bitch trying to drug me. Imagine me going to Diddy party, Diddy trying to drug me to take my booty hole. And I'm like 5 shots in, like, yo Diddy, let's go, next shot. And Diddy's like, God damn it, how many drinks I gotta give this nigga to fuck him? Holy. Anyway, after just drinking one drink, the plaintiff started feeling woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. A photograph of an actual exemplar, by the way, same exact, statement. Exemplary container used by Combs or his agent/employees to insert GHB into alcohol drinks as seen below. Looking for a place to rest, the plaintiff entered into what she believed was an empty bedroom so she could lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. Soon after, Combs, along with a male and female celebrity, entered the room. Combs aggressively approached a female with a crazy look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You are ready to party!" Combs then threw the plaintiff towards another male celebrity A, who removed the plaintiff clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Okay, plaintiff was held down by celebrity A, who vaginally R-worded her, while Combs and celebrity B, a female, watched. After the male finished, Combs and vaginally R-worded her, while celebrity A and celebrity B watched. Combs then attempted to force the plaintiff to perform oral sex on him, but she resisted by hitting him in the neck. He stopped. Plaintiff grabbed her clothes and shoes and left the bedroom, roaming naked through the house, looking for the exit as the party continued. Once outside, the plaintiff put her clothes back on and left the scene in the dark. Once eventually she reached at a gas station, female clerk noticed her in distress and allowed her to use the phone. She called her father and admitted that she had lied about her whereabouts and asked him to pick her up. After the assault, the plaintiff fell into a deep depression, which continues to affect her every facet of her life. Okay, so you're telling me her father picked her up, heard that she got R-worded, never called the cops. Your 13-year-old, your 14, or was it 13? Your 13-year-old daughter goes to a party with a bunch of people and tells you that she got drugged. Group sex happened. People were forcing her to do fellatio. Some weird driver took her from the awards show. Okay. let me look. Let me just do a quick search. Police. Nothing about police. Okay. All right. Again, Diddy might be a monster. Have done all these things, but I do have to say, if these things are true, there are people facilitating this behavior, including drivers, other staff, other celebrities, but also the parent. In this case, if you heard that your child, who's 13, went to an award show without you, okay, cool, I guess, but then went in a strange limo to meet Diddy by herself, drank, supposedly was drugged, then almost passes out, then had group sex, and had to escape while grabbing her clothes and running to a party naked, and you don't call the cops. That's odd, but okay, whatever, fuck it. All right, and this is the last one here, people. Somebody said the fam was probably dysfunctional. Oh, well, could be, right? Could be. All right, this is the last one. It says defendant Sean Combs drugged an R-word of the plaintiff. Is this a Jane Doe or I think we can just see by. Okay, so this is so now we get to realize it's 3 girls, 2 dudes, right? So this is another woman, right? All right, plaintiff Jane Doe by her attorneys filed this complaint that alleges that Combs drugged and R-worded the plaintiff. The aggravated sexual assault occurred at one of his frequently held party, at this time in Las Vegas. The conduct described herein is shocking, typical of how he conducted himself for many years. Let's go to the allegations. Combs' infamous Las Vegas parties were legendary events known for their exclusivity, extravagance, and celebrity guest lists. These high-profile parties attracted A-list celebrities across the entertainment, fashion, and business worlds. These events were lavishly decorated, featured live music performances, and boasted top-tier food and beverages. The atmosphere at these parties were opulence and luxury, often making headlines for their celebrity guest lists, over-the-top entertainment, and stunning aesthetics for the event. Many unsuspected individuals were recruited to attend these parties. Some individuals were recruited in various cities and paid to fly to attend these functions. On Memorial Day weekend 2014, plaintiff and 2 of her friends visited Las Vegas to stay at the Hotel Rio. While there, the plaintiff contacted various people she'd met in the entertainment industry in order to find out if there was any cool events that would be taking place. Now, this is kind of normal. When girls or even men go to Vegas, they're going to be like, yo, what's popping in the city, right? You know, you probably call people who knows what's going on. Okay, all right, cool. So, starts off believable. One such contact was an entertainer who identified him as a international smooth, who plaintiff met a few years ago at a party in Miami. The plaintiff was never able to ascertain his legal name, but connected him through his Instagram using that moniker. Okay, international smooth. Instagram. Could we find? Is this him? I hope this ain't him. Is there any pictures with him and Diddy? Is that Lil' Kim? That's Slim Jimmy. That's Lil' Kim, ain't it? Oh. Well. There we go.
Can't stop, won't stop, bad boy.
Can't stop, won't stop. Okay. 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 It appears this might be the person, huh? Okay. Yeah, it seems close enough. All right, cool. So now we know who it is. So the person was known as International Smooth. and they said they only knew him by his Instagram. He discovered that Smooth was in Las Vegas, through his Instagram stories, and after contacting him, discovered he worked for Combs as a party promoter. Smooth invited the plaintiff to an exclusive party at Las Vegas' popular poolside called Club Rehab. Smooth made it clear that this was an exclusive celebrity party, and plaintiff's two friends were not invited, only the plaintiff. Despite having some awkwardness with this prohibition, the plaintiff, with the encouragement of her friends, decided to attend the party and potentially network with the influential people there. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. There. While at the party, plaintiff met many celebrities, including Mary J. Blige, Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj. She saw more than this is the first one they named names. But I don't think they're alleging that these people were involved in any fuckery. The plaintiff met many celebrities, including Mary J. Blige, Lil' Kim, and Nicki Minaj. She saw more than she did not meet. She saw more that she didn't meet. She took pictures and videos of many celebrities and posted them on her private Instagram page. Plaintiff was also introduced to Combs, who greeted her and said he had hoped that she had a lot of fun at the party. Eventually, at the party at Club Rehab, it died down, and plaintiff was invited by Smooth to an after party at Combs' suite at the Planet Hollywood Hotel. While there, the plaintiff spoke to Combs again, and he directed her to a bar area with tens of dozens of open bottles of his Ciroc branded vodka. Combs directed the plaintiff to grab a bottle and help herself. The plaintiff also took videos of Combs at the party and posted them to her Instagram. So these are videos of Diddy at a time. Chat, we got to be reasonable and fair. This is the most detailed lawsuit of the current 5, and this is the last of the 5 we're reading for the day. This seems a little detailed though. Doesn't mean it's true, but look like it's holding some water so far, right? Plaintiff did as suggested by Combs and took a sip of what she thought was vodka from one of the open bottles. But about 40 minutes after having 1 or 2 drinks from this Ciroc bottle, plaintiff began to feel nauseated and dizzy, slowly losing control of her motor functions. This happened around 8 p.m. in the evening. A photograph of the actual exemplary container used by Combs and his agents/employees to insert GHB into the alcoholic drinks is seen below. Plaintiff soon informed Smooth that she did not feel well and would likely need to leave the party soon. Smooth directed her to an empty bedroom in the suite and told her to lie down there until she felt better. He told her not to worry about being disturbed. They spelled this word wrong. I said disturbed. Because the door would be locked. So she basically started drinking. Didn't feel well, wanted to leave. They told her she could just lay down in the empty bedroom until she felt better. They said the door would be locked. Next thing the plaintiff recalled is waking up to hearing the following morning feeling very groggy and sore. Her entire body hurt and felt difficult to move. As she soon awoke, she saw Combs in the corner of the room, shirtless and yelling loudly with an animation at someone over the phone. He was the only person in the room with her, and it was clear that someone else had been in the bed with her. Out of fear and confusion, plaintiff remained silent and still until Combs left the room and she heard the front door of the suite close. Plaintiff eventually got up and realized she was naked, and general soreness was aggravated in her genital area. Sorry. She was horrified to realize that she was R-worded by Combs. Sorry, Chad. I need some more liquor. I'm weird as shit, right? As soon as I started coughing, I just start drinking more. Let's take a shot for that. Sorry. Plaintiff was horrified to realize that she was R-worded by Combs. She found her belongings, including a dead cell phone, and made her way back to the Hotel Rio where her friends were staying. Upon arrival to the Hotel Rio, plaintiff's friends were shocked to see the state she was in. They tried to help her. Plaintiff indicated that all she wanted to do was shower and rest. She ended up sleeping for 2 entire days. She only remembered vague glimpses of her friends trying to wake her up and offer her water. Afterwards, her friend told her that they did their best to take care of her during this time, but she was largely incoherent. In the aftermath of the assault, she struggled with intense emotional pain and mental health issues, feeling disgusted and deeply depressed. The plaintiff has experienced a significant impact on her personal life. She struggles to maintain healthy relationships or be in party atmospheres due to the assault. Not a day goes by for the plaintiff without thinking of a traumatic incident. Yeah, in this one, it doesn't allege that Combs said he fucked her, but she's assuming that she got fucked. She felt some type of pain down in her vaginal area, and she sees him in a room. right? Yeah, she doesn't say. She just woke up and she saw him in the corner of the room. He was the only person in the room. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, these are all 5 lawsuits currently. This person definitely was with him. I don't know if they have sex, but who knows? Any of these lawsuits could be true or could be false. These, again, are all civil suits, not addition to what we hear about with the criminal cases, or the criminal case. And as such, with any civil lawsuits, anyone could say anything or someone could be actually telling the truth. If you don't know how people process or how the courts process a civil lawsuit, it's not, the proof is not beyond a reasonable doubt. It's a preponderance of the evidence, which means if there is a overwhelming, or if it appears to be true, you would vote as if it's true. So basically, what do you go with? Like, you know what I mean? If the evidence brings you one way or the other, you go that way, right? As opposed to with a criminal case, you need it to be beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, all right. Oh my God, I spilled my liquor. God damn it. All right. Okay, cool. I think we're about done with the, the Diddy stuff. We're about to get into Kendrick. I think we're working fine with the time. What the hell is this? Somebody said they're telling him to. Who's this guy?
You know what I'm saying? And if he, this is my thing. If he truly is innocent, right?
Wait, hold on.
2013.
Well, Diddy got into a fight with J. Cole around that time. Are you familiar with that situation?
I'm familiar with it, yeah. At the Rock Nation brunch.
Okay. Can you kind of take me through what happened or what you know about the situation?
I really don't know too much about it.
All right, he wasn't there. All right.
I don't think this was about sex. I think this was about power. I think this.
Okay, so Diddy's ex-publicist is telling all on his obsession with the royal family. Okay, this is interesting.
Take a listen.
Combs has been charged with workers.
Becoming. But Combs maintains he's innocent and plans to testify at his trial.
Let me grab some Red Bull, okay?
Here's his attorney, Mark Agnifilo.
His resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer. The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit of the Metropolitan Detention Facility. And I'm going to do everything that I can to move his case as quickly as possible.
Combs is being held in the MDC in Brooklyn.
All right, by the way, a quick update on the bail. Chat, it's, if you ask me, the odds of Diddy being released on bail is, I want to say less than 10%. He's not going to get out on bail. The reason is just what the magistrate judge and also the district court judge said. You know, the way how an appeal works, because I know some people are like, oh, well, he's going to get out on appeal for that bond. And trust me, I had to go through I feel like I did 12 hours of just learning about the federal court system. This is how it goes. Every case, civil or criminal, goes in federal court, goes to what's called a trial court. It's a district court. Okay. So these civil, and again, there's a bunch of districts in the U.S. The district that governs the U.S., the district that governs New York, I believe, is the second district. You could always make an application for bail. So Diddy could make 15 applications for bail. We saw with Young Thug, even though that's a state case, he made 15 applications for bail. Now, what they're doing here they could still make additional appeals for bail to the judge, but that judge is, based on his ruling, it would be hypocritical if he lets up off the ruling and gives bail later. That's why they're appealing it. With Young Thug, they did appeal it, but they were coming back with new information. Remember with Young Thug, they were like, yo, some of the people are being threatened, this and third. They would come back to court and say, hey, any threats that these witnesses are getting haven't been on behalf of Young Thug. He's popular. He's famous. These are fans. Look at this. We found the threat. It's some random fan. It's not Young Thug. You can't penalize him for that. So that's why they did so many bail applications for Young Thug. The thing with Diddy is that the prosecutor's case, which is the AUSA's case, the assistant U.S. attorneys, they're saying Diddy himself contacted witnesses and potential witnesses and maybe have even tried to coerce or tried to steer their statements. That will never change. And unless they have proof that Diddy never did this and the government lied about that, it's unlikely that a judge who hearing that, who ruled one way, will change his mind and rule the other way, if you get what I mean. So the magistrate judge said no. The district judge, so the magistrate judge is the judge that usually, it's an intake judge. When you get there, your case is, you do a first appearance, you could either put in a plea, a non-guilty plea, most people put in, and they usually deal with issues of bond, jurisdiction, and a few other things before it gets to your trial judge, which is the district judge. Remember, this is district court, okay? Just to give you a little bit of, more about this legal process here, because I know you might be like, yo, you don't really get it. In federal court, a district judge serves for life. Also, a justice, which is a Supreme Court judge, served for life. The magistrate judges are hired by the district judges. Just because, I forgot the number, they probably get like, I'm just putting this in perspective, they might get like 600,000 cases a year. So the intake, they give most to judges they hire to do the first step. And sometimes some of those cases get thrown out or get settled or whatever the case is really quickly. So they hire judges to do those. Those judges have a term. And then after the magistrate, it goes to the district judge. And the district judge is going to sit on that case for the entire time. Now, the first person who was the district judge for, which again, they might do another bail application, because Andrew Lamar Carter, district judge, he got taken off Diddy's case. So he was the first district judge that got put on the case. I don't know why. He got taken off. So the new judge, here we go. Let me just go to news. It'll show. Yeah, he got taken off. What's the new judge name again? Judge Carter. Anyway, they put some Indian nigga on. My bad. I didn't mean to Sean Combs judge. Where's the name of the judge? Okay. I don't know if the judge's name is in it. Anyway, he has a new judge. I don't know why, which I'm pretty sure there's some drama with that. And I'm just trying to give you the reason why it's 10% less. It's a 10% chance Diddy gets out. And I'm just trying to spell it out. So you try to get bail with the magistrate. The magistrate said no. That's just an intake judge. You see them once. Cool. They're done with. Now you're at the district court. You're at the district judge now. The district judge is going to sit for your entire trial. They said no initially. Why did they say no? It was basically the second attempt or second, crack at the apple or whatever they call it. And they came back with more information saying Diddy called this witness 54 times, blah, blah, blah. There's no way if he gets out, even with this elaborate bond package, we could prevent him from trying to contact witnesses and try to steer the investigation. And essentially, he's so powerful. They're not even really going with the flight risk, right? they're saying that Diddy is probably going to try to contact witnesses, use his enormous power and wealth to either coerce them to not cooperate or to intimidate them. They have the calls that he made. It's there in a call log, so he can't deny it. So the district judge said no. Now, what happens is this is a process in federal court. When you're at the trial process, when you're at the district court, any appeal during the case is called an interlocutory, something of the sort, interlocutory appeal, which means it's a appeal during the process of the trial. Now, we all know if you get found guilty, you could appeal that as well, but you could appeal certain decisions in the trial. For example, bail, jurisdiction. You could appeal certain evidence being allowed. These are things that would, that would need to be appealed during the time of the trial that can't wait to the end of the trial, right? So Diddy being in jail, it's a moot point if you wait till the end of the trial, right? So they appealed that, and they appealed it to the levels of how it works is you have the district court, right? Then you have the circuit court. Now, the circuit court is the court of appeals for the federal government, okay? They listen, and then they give their opinion on decisions made by the district court. In this situation, it's going to be 3 judges randomly selected from the circuit that's going to be assigned, and they're going to give their opinion about the bail conditions. Now, here's how it works on appeal. They never say somebody makes the wrong decision, right? So, for example, based on all the facts, if the judge goes with his gut and says, nah, you got to sit in jail, the other judge isn't going to be like, oh, no, I would have said he doesn't sit in jail. That's not grounds for reversing a decision. It doesn't work like that in appeals. The only thing that's appealable is if the judge who made that decision failed to consider certain aspects of the case or certain evidence that could alter or change the entire scope of the situation. Why am I saying it's less than 10%? Because simply put, the major reason Diddy's sitting in jail is because he hit up a victim 54 times. Unless they prove that that's not true, the appellate court will not, or I believe it will not. I'm not a judge, or I'm not, but whatever. I think they will not go against, it doesn't matter what his bail package is. So the bail package was really, this appellate court is not going to be going over his bail package as much as going over the decision by the judge, which, again, despite the bail package, they just didn't feel convinced that we could prevent you from contacting people. So if you ask me, I think he will be turned down there. Now, the recent bail denial that everyone's calling the third bail denial, remember the first one was the magistrate, second was the district, then the third one is now at circuit court. There was a denial that people call the third one, but he was trying to get bail while waiting for the decision for bail. So this might take weeks. It might take a month or two before the circuit court gives their opinion on that decision. Diddy don't want to be in jail. So they basically do another petition to say, hey, while you guys think about the case law in this and third to see if he should be released, could you let him out while y'all think about it? And even if y'all think about it and say y'all agree with the judge, y'all can lock him back up then. But it would get him out of jail in the interim, right? Now, that was a long shot. The judge also, the circuit court said no to that. But they're going to give their official decision, which I guess some people are going to call the fourth bail hearing, in maybe a few weeks. I would think maybe in a few weeks or maybe less. Could even be this week. And I believe that it's less than a 10% chance. They're going to say no, I think, right? Now, here's the process of them, what happens if they say no. Now, if they say yes, he should be granted bail, he gets a bail, right? Now, if they say no, it was pretty much no. You can't deny him bail on those standards that you use. The judge then basically has to think about bail, and probably they could even ask for more of a package, but they at least get back to talking about bail. If they say no, the next step beyond the circuit court is going to be the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of the United States of America is not listening to nobody's bail. It's not happening. Now, if you get found guilty, probably, maybe, not probably, maybe. It depends on how much you petition. They rarely listen to cases. I think that supposedly they only even review about 8,000 cases a year, right? It's only 7 people or 9 people now, right? These are the U.S. Supreme Court justices. Like, they're not going to review 50,000 cases, you know what I mean? So they're not reviewing your motherfucking bail, period, right? They're just not getting there. So this circuit court is the last shot for Diddy, right? So when they, they're taking their time as well. So that's what I'm saying. It might not happen this week or next week or whatever. But whenever it comes down, if they deny him, and I think it's a 10% chance that he won't be denied. So I think they are going to deny him. And when they deny him, essentially that process is closed. So he's going to sit in jail for the rest of the time until his case is completed, even though, and I guess there's another option, they could keep submitting bail packages to the district judge, which again, if the prosecutor is going to use the same thing. All right, I don't care what they suggested. He's trying to coerce witnesses. Like, no, they're going to keep saying that. And I just don't see anything you could, what are you going to do? Like, I don't think no judge would ever even believe that you could have Diddy in the free world. Like, the prosecutor is saying the best way we could make sure he's not threatening people on the phone is have him locked up. The bail package is saying, nah, put him in his big-ass mansion with mad security guards and mad this and mad that, and y'all can watch him all day long. They're like, no, the fuck? Why would we do all that? Just keep him in jail. You can't call nobody in jail without us listening. You get what I'm saying? So that's going to be tough. So I think that it's a 10% chance of him getting bail. And I've...
Same niggas smoking out the OZ. Ice cold type lick, and I might smoke. Hydro, contemplate